So we're back with Bella. We've taken 1 day off of filming, so it's been our routine with Ben being back to school is he's here every other day. So we've only been filming every other day. I have not been filming on the off days, and when Ben and I talked about it, we got to film every day. We got to film every day, and I realized we do have to film when we do things. To be completely honest with you, and the days off in between, she's like 21 weeks right now, and I just think that that's more than enough for her, working with me on an every other day formal session. What I have been doing is on our Instagram story, on some of our social platforms, I've been using my phone and documenting kind of some of the stuff we're doing with her. Like, I go down to the shop 3 times a day, at least, back and forth with her. And so I just put her on a lead and I heel her most of the time. There are certain trips that I go down without the lead on purpose, and I let her kind of range, and then I can get a little bit of recall work in with it. Place training is an ongoing thing. We're doing some podcasts. If you don't know, we do a podcast. It's called the Dog Bone Podcast. Place training has become a big question and a big issue for a lot of people, and I just don't think it should be. I think it should be a very simple process. I don't think it's that complicated. It takes consistency and execution on our part as a trainer, which, you know, quite honestly, that could be applied to anything, I guess. But place training itself is one that we've been working on with her, and she is really solid on it. I have caught her sneaking off of it, like leaving the room for 10-15 minutes. I come back in and she might be down off of it, and she looks at me and she goes, oops, and she jumps up, and I have to realize, don't leave her for 10-15 minutes, because that's a habit I don't want formed. But she's been really solid. Now, I've never called her off a place. I don't call her off a place. Still, over 5 months old, I don't call her off a place. When she goes on place, she stays on place. And so I go over to her, and I've gotten to the point now where she's big enough. I used to just pick her up and set her down on the ground, and then away we went. I've gotten to the point now where 2 things. I'm either walking over to her, just slipping the lead on her while she's on place. So she might be sitting there on place. I come over with the lead. I get her chin up. I put the lead on, and then I heel her off, Bella heel. And I take her off that way. Then she's totally under control. Sit. Sit. I also have gotten into the habit of taking her off by walking over to her and tapping her head. Bella, come on. Bella, 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 Bella. Good. Sit. But you can see she comes out a little hotter that way. So I've always gone over to her and made it really clear when she can come off the bed. Don't get these dogs in a habit of letting them free come on and off as they want. One of the questions that we had was from this guy that's struggling with it is my dog totally has the concept of getting up on there, just not staying on there. You missed the concept. The concept is not teaching the dog to get onto a platform. The concept is stay on the platform and do not come off. So I'm not interested in dogs jumping up for a treat and then coming back off. That turns into a game of load up, and that's not what we're doing with it. So with her, we're practicing that stuff constantly. So it's just, I've actually figured out lots of ways to apply the training that we're doing. You know, retrieving, we make retrieves a couple times a week. I usually save those for the camera. I make a point of saving retrieves for the camera. I don't make any retrieves with her outside of when we're filming. 2-3 times a week is plenty with her. Now we're going to start getting into setting them up a little bit. I showed you last time, we showed a little bit of her steadying up a bit. I'll show you that. We'll probably do that 2 or 3 times here today. But I'm going to work her on lead here. I'm going to work her off lead on the driveway. I'm going to take her to that grass, which is a little bit taller, and we're going to work through the grass. That's one thing I've been doing, is healing her through different terrain, because it becomes real tempting to put that nose down and want to sniff. So we've been working on that as well. Sit to the whistle is ongoing. Bella, heel. Good girl. And you can see me giving her name to start this out, she really comes to attention like, we're going to do something. Now I've got her locked in for these sessions. She's pretty focused. I gotta recognize and realize her attention span is short, so don't let these things run out too long. Good. Heel. Good. Heel. Heel. There, she's got a little. That was good that I had a chance to give her a little correction, because look how sharp she is now. I do think you have to give them a correction at times when they get a little bit dull, when they get a little bit rounded off, when they're not real crisp. She should be pretty crisp. We're just getting started. Good. Bella, heel. Now I don't know that she knows whether she's on or off, because I've got this lead hanging down. You see how responsive she was there? Good. Good. Then I slowly can get that lead out of the way. Good girl. Bella, heel. See how she hangs up? She realizes she's not on lead. Bella, heel. Good. Good girl. That requires good footwork. Good. Heel. Heel. Come on. See how she sticks? She knows she's not on lead. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bella, heel. Come on. Good. Good. Good girl. Good girl. So her understanding that the rules are the same, even though she's not on lead. Heel. Heel. Come on. Come on. You can tell it's just a little bit rougher. It's a little bit sloppy. Go back to something she does well. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. Come on. Here, 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 here. Good. Come on. So we hang up a little bit off lead on that turn. Good. Come on, come on, come on. So instead of continuing with it, heel. Good. 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 Heel. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's my fault there. Come on. Come on. Good. For me stopping, I shouldn't have stopped. Come on. Good. Heel. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. That was a really nice crisp sit to the whistle, and then I paced off of it. So I clearly did stop to help her. One of the things we're getting closer to is the idea of, is the power of the whistle strong enough to stop her? Good. Bella, heel. Good. Good. Heel. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's a good girl. Come on. Good. Clear body language to stop, stop to the whistle, and then I walk off. Good. Good girl. Don't call her off of that. Good girl. Go back and get her. Good girl. So now I'm going to take this back. That wasn't the worst. Now I've got a lot of control. Bella, heel. Come on. So I can give her a little bump when she hangs up. Good. She's so much closer to me when she's on the lead. Good. Good. Again, we stop and then we walk off. We stop and then we walk off. Pretty soon we're going to be able to stop, blow that whistle without us having to stop. Good. Bella, heel. Now, Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. She hangs out like that, I'm going to correct her. She's confused right now. She's going, I don't know what you want to do. Because quite honestly, I don't know what I want to do. If you watch that again, I'm indecisive. So why wouldn't she be indecisive? If I don't know what the hell I'm doing, why would she think she knows what she's doing? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Come on. Come on. There. We're going off fast and she's right there with me. Great pace. Good girl. Here, we'll pick it up ourselves. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Come down again. Very nice. Good girl. A lot of excitement. Sit. Watch. Let's try that again. Now, my routine needs to be a little bit, my process needs to be smoother. So we're going to get her in. Good. Watch. Watch. Heel. Heel. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. Here, here, here. Here. Here, here, here. Good. Hold. Good. 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 Hold. Good. Did. So now that we're getting back to, and I saw this come in a little bit last time. Sit. Sit. Now that we're getting back into retrieving, the excitement level's coming back. So there you could see this little burn off of energy. That was a control thing. So what I'm going to start doing is we're going to start sit. We're going to start setting this up in a little bit different situation. And to be honest with you right now, I'm not going to do it today because I just don't have the patience. I'm rushed today. I got 4 appointments this morning before 10 o'clock and I'm rushed. And I've got a lot of stuff to get done today. And my last night I went to bed thinking about this stuff. I woke up thinking about this stuff. I'm just short this morning. Sit. So I am not gonna try to get something done that's gonna require probably a little more patience because I just don't have it. And so that's fine. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna set myself up where we're gonna be able to make those retrieves in a real controlled area. That she can't get in a habit of taking that lap. She can't get in the habit of running around with it. I'm going to eliminate that. I'm going to eliminate the opportunity, and we're going to get a real good routine of down and back, and down and back. And this just isn't the best spot to do it right now. Good. Heel. Good girl. So let's take a little, we're going to walk over here. Now, this will be real good too. We got a ton of rain. So I want her to heel through standing water. We've got a real good chance to do that right here. Bella, heel. So the heel position has to remain the same, even though this feels a lot different, it looks a lot different. Good. The behavior's got to be the same despite the distractions. So she's going to be distracted And I get a little correction on it. Good. Now watch the difference. Heel, come on. Good. See how that nose comes up? Good. Good. Get used to walking through water. This is the value. You see me probably, I'm wearing rubber boots all the time. And you probably see that on all the videos. Even if it's not standing water, I'm wearing rubber boots. It's because we're getting into wet stuff constantly. Wet grass in the morning, wading through water. So a good pair of rubber boots is a must. Heel. These are a new pair of boots that we're trying this year, and I'm really liking them so far. Super comfortable. We're going to use them this fall. Doing most of our hunting, we'll use them in the spring for shed hunting. They're really lightweight and they're just super comfortable, and they don't make my foot sore. Heel. Company from the UK actually. It's called Gumleaf. I really like them. Now, if I were to try to walk her off lead in that, I wouldn't stand a chance because I'm having a hard time keeping her attention on me as it is. So this is a lot like taking steps back to when we first started on the driveway. When she had her nose down and she wanted to pick up gravel and she wanted to do all that stuff. So when you take a step into a new environment, physically, when you change the spot you're in, there's nothing wrong with going back to real basic stuff, real foundational stuff, because although it's something she does really well out there and she does to the point where she's off lead on it, just changing the spot we're doing it in by 5 yards, but completely changing the landscape here, we just go back to the very beginning. So I'm really, you see me really set up with my lead to make the corrections at the right time when they need to be made. You know, I got on the driveway, I get a little bit comfortable, where if I had to make a correction, it would have been hard for me to do probably. Bella, heel. So there, I got a bumper to get her to move. I mean, that's a simple thing on lead that she just wouldn't have that issue. But because we're in a new environment, it's like we're starting over. Good. This is really good. This last 10 steps. Her pace is right with me. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes like crazy. But she's just with me. That nose, that's the first time the nose went down. And so the one temptation that you're going to have in this situation is a dog wanting to play. This is a lot of fun to go run hot laps in and splash. Heel. So we're going to make sure she understands nothing changes. And I missed that one. Then we move up here and we get a little bit higher and it dries out. And look at the difference with her. So she gets on these little runs where she does real well for a little streak. And I probably need to do a better job of letting her know that. Good. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. And then here's another scenario where I like to take the lead on and off. Because man, would she love to run a hot lap right now. You can just see it. So I'm going to get back into the habit that we've been talking about, putting this on and off. Good girl. Good. Where there's no issue, there's no struggle, there's no fight, there's no desire to really yank her head out of there. And when it comes off, nothing changes. Just because she doesn't have a lead on right now, she doesn't feel like anything is different than if it were like this. Get under there, get her chin up. I've got the same amount of control like that as I do with it off. Good. Good. So we're practicing that now in a new spot. Good girl. Good girl. So I move and I get into heel position. I'm not going to try heeling her off lead in here. It's not worth it. Put that on. Belly heel. And a real nice controlled walk off there. Let's get her into that water and do the same thing, and then we'll be done. Sit. Now it's hard to ask a dog to sit in the water, but I do want her to understand. You can tell right now, just looking at her body language and her ears, and she's really tense. She'd really love to get the heck out of there. She'd love to probably go for a little run. Sit there, little tail going, ears. She's jumpy. Good. Put that back on. Make some noises. Some exciting movements. Doesn't change her. Very good. She'd like to sit down right now because I think she realizes she might be here a little bit. Good. Take that off, right up over those ears. Good. Sit. Good. Good. See how uncomfortable she looks? Sit. About as uncomfortable as she looked when we first did a remote sit on the driveway. So we just go back to this. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. So take advantage of the times you got. When you see scenarios like this where you get a little bit of, we get 4 inches of rain, so use the puddles. It's just a chance for us to get extra opportunities at kind of new environment type stuff without really having to go find a new environment. We just walked off the driveway. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Good. So that was a nice session, especially considering my mood right now. So, and I just think you got to be aware of that and recognize it. I don't care how bad you wanted to do something yesterday or thought you were going to do something this session, and if you're just not feeling it, don't do it. There's nothing to gain. There's no risk in not getting it done today. There's a lot to risk if you go into it and things don't go well and you're not ready to handle it the right way. Because you can create a little bit of a wall between me and her. Right now I don't want walls. We're getting along pretty good. So that's a good session for today.
Drive home, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned